and the Imam see you coming, and he run and hide in his office on the third floor, and you go up on the third floor and walk to the side on the elevator, and a Pakistani come out, can I help you? I said, well, I came to see the Imam. He's not here. I said, yeah, okay. Oh, Imam Musa, there he is, 10 feet away. You have to be patient putting up with that every day, all day. You have to be patient with that. Because guess what it seems like? Hell, everybody's playing that game. You say they can play the game. This stuff right here we read is true. It's super true. All this stuff is true. It don't make no difference what they do. That is the best lesson you ever get from Islam. It don't make no difference what they do. Because guess what? You're not going to be on their ticket. Right? You ain't on their ticket. They on the day of judgment. They on when your name is called. Ain't nobody going to come but you. That's it. Well, there, brother, so what you been up to the last 500 years? You nigga be sweating. I said, well, I ain't been doing a whole lot. I just depend on Al-Ghafur Rahim. I depend on the mercy of Allah. That's it. You know, that's it. I try to do one or two things. That's what a lot of people don't particularly believe that. That sounds kind of, in modern times, people flying around and they got psychologists, sociologists, and all that in this. You ever believe in a day of judgment? I said, sure do. I sure do. Well, can you prove that? So I'm not taking no chances. Right? All you know is everything else is coming out like 99.9, almost in life, 100%. And you seeing it? Hey, if I can't believe that other 0.000% and all this other 99.000.1%, if I can't believe all that, and hey, that's what it says. O my Lord, thou hast indeed bestowed on me some power and taught me something of the interpretations of dreams and events. You have to try to remember the events that we've talked about over the decades. How often are we correct? You know, that's all. Just how often are we correct, you know? And if sometimes we couldn't do something, what was the equation of why we do this, why we don't? You know, sometimes there's an equation, there's something involved almost all the time. Well, we could have told the people all the time, long time ago, about these guys. They have all the details. They have all the backup behavior, but you can't prove it, right? And if you tell everybody, they're going to say, of course, you know, the rules of trials and what have you, you got to have that. In Islam, there's certainly, you got to have, if it was for fornication or adultery, you'd have to have 4 witnesses. If it's some other things, you have 2 witnesses. If it's something, you know, but something serious, on this, you could finagle. You could say, man, these guys got a wife and a half, 2 wives, and they could say, this is just muta. You don't believe in muta. You're a Sunni. Who says I was a Sunni? Well, I'm a Sunni Shia. I'm a this, that, and other. You don't know what, you know. And then there's certain things. And you didn't have a divorce. And you can go right back there in the library. There's 31 ways to divorce in the Sunni stuff. And you can have all kind of mumbo jumbo going on. You have to make a choice. Like right now, I live down in the basement. My family lives upstairs. To give a family view of things, I stay downstairs. But I've been divorced for 5 or 10 years. I don't know how long it is. Something long time. And it ain't no nigga that give nobody no stack of $100 bills when they divorce and then they all gone after a while. You don't know. Anyway, long story. I'm just saying. Here's the thing. Here's the catch. The catch right now. You got everybody in Oakland. You got everybody in here. You got everybody been on that team. That looks bad for you. No, it don't. They belong over there. That's good. Because that's where you wanted them all the time. Right? That's where you wanted them all the time. Just like Oakland. That's where we wanted them all the time. All over on the same team. They have already made their positions clear. And that's wonderful. We don't have to prove nothing. And it don't make us no difference no way. We don't have to prove nothing to nobody. We don't have to go back to Oakland. We don't have to do nothing. Because everything is going in our direction. You got to understand longevity. We always talk about it, think about it. Longevity, protracted struggle. What did our people never have? Malcolm, King, nobody. They never had a long-range struggle. Our movement never had a long-range struggle. China had it, these people had it, they had their long marches. Niggas never had a chance to do that. They cut the Negro's throat in 2 weeks and it's finished. And then they replaced all the people they killed with coons. You could tell they're all coons, almost 99%. It's coons, and you know it. You know coons is coons. It's coons. There's nothing you could do about it. And same thing with Arabs. Let's get back to the subject. They need to control the Islamic movement in America. First, it just drifted along. In the 60s and the 70s, and Ahmed Soccer and all those guys in 63, they started MSA. But by 73, 75, and 80, by 81, they're getting ready to start Islamic Society of North America, ISNA. And they started it. Now you're going to get, first of all, you got the Saudis in there. That's deadly enough as it is. They're going to control how much money who gets. And then they got a new thing. They say, your masjid, so at that time you're going to build $1 million masjid. And first it starts at $1 million. That was big in them days. It was 5 million, 10 million, now 20 million, 25 million, you know, it goes up. But at that time, $1 million masjid in 1980 and 81, where are you going to get that kind of money? The people could write a letter to Saudi Arabia, or a few Saudi students, they could send Saudis there, back home, and they come back with a ton of suitcases full of money. And then you have the Negroes that have all their masajid in the black community. And at first, everybody, they're getting a lot of respect because all these foreigners are so happy that they see other people as Muslims. And you know, Negroes trying to dress like a Muslim and they trying to dress like white folks. Are you a Muslim? Yes, I am. I'm Muslim. La ilaha illallah. You know Al-Fatiha? way back when, 1980. And you play with them. Yeah, I know it. Say it. Let me see. Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. And you playing with them. You know Al-Fatiha? What else you know? Well, of course we all know. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. It was so funny, I'm telling you. Anyway, as years went on, the Muslims here that was practicing Islam became the secondary Muslims, and the Muslims that came here became the primary Muslims. They had the most money, the big Masjid. They started all them groups like CARE, MCA, anything you could imagine. Alamudi and them downtown in D.C. happened to be, the spot. So every big group was headquartered here. And they hired all the Negroes. Hassan Bagby and them and all these are Professor Negroes. And the Professor Negroes was against what they call the last of the old-time Muslims, which would be Imam Jamil types and us, the last of the old-time neighborhood Negro imams. And if you go anywhere, you go anywhere. You know what kind of niggas they got now? People would come back. Remember we went up to Atlantic City, and they're there with their jaws dripping. I just read Imam Ghazali, and of course Imam Ghazali we read 50 years ago. 40 years before, it's okay. And Imam Ghazali said, and they just falling all out. And at the same program, you look around and you see the old Negroes, Boy Scout Muslim Negroes and all them niggas that's been sweet. It's a miracle that there's 3 or 4 Negro Muslims in America. It's just a miracle. So don't worry. It's a big miracle. It's really a big miracle because boss man, he got his nose to the ground, and when he smell out any of these people, if they don't exist, he develops them. And out of all of them, I'm just telling you, I ain't bragging, it's not but one. I don't care whether they're from New York, I don't care where they're from. All of them bit the poison fruit of popularity, of acceptance, of whatever else they was. But none of them stuck to it. And the only other one that stuck to it a little bit, he done went blind in the penitentiary, and everybody done, deserted. He deserted day one. So we got to carry the flag, and we're going to do it, and we're going to do a good job. With a head up, shoulders back, and they can go to wherever they're going. Looks like they're going there anyway. Downstairs, that's where they look like they're going. I don't know, It looks like they're going downstairs. Their behavior, Now, excuse me, I'm going to try to get back on the subject here. O my Lord, thou hast indeed bestowed on me some power and taught me something of the interpretation of dreams and events. That's the historical process. That is just unbelievable. That you can actually read history and begin to put it together where it fits. I remember it must have been 10, 20 years ago, a long time ago, when I met with the FBI down on 4th Street. First, I'm just sitting there, and, You know, it has the martyrs wall for the FBI kill, you know. So when I'm in there, there's two, they always, you believe in that martyrdom stuff? I said, sure, y'all believe in it too. I said, I was sitting outside and it has the martyrs wall. Y'all believe in it. People killed in the way of the FBI, not in the way of Allah, in the way of FBI. Yeah. And as I was trying to explain something to him, I said, have y'all ever read a history book? I mean, I'm talking to FBI like that. Have you ever read a history book? Any y'all here? You should be surprised what comes across. It don't make no difference what comes across your desk. Have you ever read a history book about empires and going